The wind carried new sounds now, not the rustle of banners, but the crack of fire. From lands far beyond Zila they came, men bearing fire sticks, trained by the empire of the crescent, and with them came a new rhythm to war. They arrived by sea, veiled in morning mist. No horns, no heralds, just wooden crates and tired eyes. From the ports of Yemen and the arsenals of the Ottoman Empire, the fire came, packed in barrels and barrels of gunpowder, matchlocks wrapped in cloth, and cannons sealed like treasure. With reverence, they placed the weapons before Imam Ahmad. He did not smile, but his eyes, once trained for cavalry, narrowed with the understanding of a new era. And so began the age when prayers would be backed by powder and banners lifted by recoil. The valley once rang with hoofbeats. Now it thundered with training fire. Rows of musketeers, feet firm in red earth, loaded and fired with precision, drilled into them by Ottoman captains. Every volley was a lesson, every echo a warning. Bati del Wanbara stood at the edge, her cloak whipping in the dust, watching boys become warriors of flame. The Imam walked among them silently, adjusting posture, correcting grip. This was not just warfare, it was choreography. Faith moving in step with gunpowder. Barara had stood for centuries, its walls carved by kings, its gates sanctified by priests, but it had never heard the roar of cannon. The first blast tore stone like parchment. The defenders, proud and stubborn, saw their towers crumble like grain before the mill. Within hours, what the sword could not breach, fire had conquered. Yet when the gates finally opened, it was not slaughter that entered. It was silence, surrender, and the crescent rising in place of pride. Beneath the night sky, inside a command tent lit only by oil lamps, a new map of Abyssinia was being drawn. Lines etched by fire, fortresses circled in red. Ottoman scrolls lay open beside Qurans. Cannons slept under sheepskins. And in the center, Imam Ahmad plotted not just battles, but legacies. Fatima bint Mahfuz, the lioness of Harari, entered quietly. She placed her dagger beside his compass. Not a gesture of war, a vow. Outside, soldiers recited surahs as they polished their weapons. War had changed, but the purpose did not. Far across the mountains, where royal palaces still clung to crosses and crowns, a different fear stirred. The thunder heard at Barara was now a ghost haunting every noble court. King Galauduos could no longer ignore it. He read the letters with trembling hands. Fortress after fortress, fallen. To fire, not famine. Priests debated. Generals argued. And for the first time in generations, the emperor looked not to heaven for aid, but to the sea. For Rome had muskets too. The cannon had not just shattered stone, it had shattered certainty.